Well, we understand it's actually 20 who have been released. 19 were people who were kidnapped, taken hostage by ISIS early last week. One of the men was actually kidnapped a month before. Now, according to reports coming out of Syria, of the 19, 16 are men, 3 are women, all of them apparently over the age of 50. Therefore, perhaps ISIS doesn't see much value for them on the slave market. Now, there are reports that there was a sum of money exchanged for the release. Apparently, this was a deal that was worked out after negotiations between Sunni tribal leaders, Assyrian leaders on the one hand, and ISIS on the other. As far as the remaining hostages, first of all, we don't really have a solid number. We've been seeing numbers between 200 and 350 taken hostage. There were reports last week that some of them had been transported to Raqqa, which is the de facto capital of the Islamic State in north central Syria. So the fate of the others, we simply don't know. But certainly for many Assyrians who've been traumatized by this experience, the release of at least 20 people is a good sign. Zain?
Indeed, yeah. Ben, let's turn our attention to Crete and the Iraqi government's push to retake the city from ISIS militants. What can you tell us about the operation?
Well, this is an operation that's been building up over the last few days, and last night, Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi announced that the operation had begun. Now, he called for fighters who had joined ISIS to give themselves up and surrender now because he said this was their last chance. We understand that the offensive has begun with not just Iraqi army soldiers involved, as well as the Air Force, but also Sunni tribesmen, as well as Shia militiamen. Now, they're approaching from the north and the south. This is a city of around 200,000 people. It's the birthplace of former Iraqi President Saddam Hussein. It's predominantly Sunni Arab, and it fell about 8 months ago to ISIS. Keep in mind that the Sunni Arabs have no great love for the Shia-dominated government in Baghdad or the army. So this is going to be tough going.